good, y'all? It's your boy Don Rico again. Listen, y'all talk way too much. You talk way too much. Not everybody needs to know what it is that you're up to. Not everybody needs to know how it is that you're moving. Not everybody needs to know what your vision, what your dreams, or what your plans are. Real talk. Not everybody needs to know these things. You don't need to fulfill some sort of an ego gap just to let people know that you got something else going on the side, or you got some big plans coming up, because they're not going to be able to understand you anyway. You're just wasting your time. Listen, out of probably 100 people, for example, that you tell whatever your plans or your goals, how it is that you move, your dreams, your ambitions, whatever, probably about 3 of those are going to actually truly rock with you. And they're not going to be who you think they are. Believe it or not, a lot of your friends and family is not really going to rock with you. And there's probably a reason to that. And the reason is either there are actually a varying degree of reasons. They probably don't want to see you fail. You're probably doing something that they are afraid of doing themselves, or they're not aligned with you mentally and spiritually, so they can't really get behind whatever it is that you got going on. I mean, you're the one who got the vision. Only you can see it. They can't see it. So because they can't see it, they don't understand it. And in one ways, you do have to have grace for them. But on the other end, you don't really have to go that far if you just kept your mouth shut. Not everybody's going to understand you. Not everybody's going to understand how you move. Not everybody's going to understand how you think. Not everybody's going to understand your dreams, your ambitions, your visions. They're not going to understand you. I'm going to be honest with you. Most of my family doesn't even understand how it is that I move. It's gotten to the point where you're just going to have to accept that this is how I move, and you're just going to have to roll with it. I don't have to. Listen, you reach a certain level of personal development wise where you don't even feel the need to explain yourself to nobody. And I mean to nobody. You don't have to explain yourself to friends. You don't have to explain yourself to family. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify what it is that you got going on, what it is that you're doing for nobody. Nobody. And unfortunately, a lot of people that you tell that don't believe in whatever vision that you got going on for you all of a sudden feel so disheartened, so depressed, so dispirited, so jaded as a result of it. And you want to give up and you want to quit. And what you're doing in essence is you're proving them right. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't like the idea of proving haters or naysayers right. I really don't. And it's not like I asked for the support to begin with. And it's going to be a lonely journey for quite some time. It should be honestly just you and God. Outside of you and God, you don't really need anybody else's support. Because when you got God by your side and you're consistent enough and you endure long enough and you have the stomach and the spine to endure and the strength to endure, you can't be beat. When it's all said and done, you can't really be beat. You're going to fail. You're going to learn. You're going to become better. Then you're going to become more well-connected. Then you're going to fail some more. Then you're going to be learning. And you're just going to, sooner or later, you're just going to take off. It's only a matter of time, but your willingness to endure is what's going to take you to the finish line. So you guys don't have to tell people what it is that you got going on. I know you want the support. I know you want to feel like people got your back, but I'm going to be honest with you. Most people, especially in the beginning, and sometimes nobody will get your back in the beginning. Are you strong enough to continue to press forward from there after that? Are you willing to do what needs to be done even though you're tired? Are you willing to make the sacrifice to say, hey, no, I don't want to come out to that function, or I don't want to come out to whatever family reunion, or I don't want to hang out with my friends and whatever. Are you willing to make that kind of sacrifice for your dreams, for your vision, for your goals, for whatever it is that you got going on, for your purpose, for something that is greater than yourself? Do you have the fortitude to say no? A lot of you guys can't say no. A lot of y'all can't say no to the things that you know is not serving you, but you say yes and you relent because you don't want to feel bad, or you feel guilty for brushing them off. And no matter how many times you explain to them, hey, it's not personal, but I got this thing going on. Hey, it's not too personal. I have to do this, or I have to get this done, or I see something greater for myself, so I'm going to have to move in a different direction. No, I don't do any of that partying anymore. No, I'm not going to go out and do all this drinking anymore. No, I actually don't feel like hanging out with the family right now. I got to get back in the dark. I got to go underground. I got to study. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to hustle. I got to grind. I got to push through. You just got to get it out. You just got to lock in. But most of y'all can't say no. For whatever reason, you can't say no. Whether you feel guilty. And when you have that vision, not only am I telling y'all not to tell anybody what it is that you got going on the side or whatever it is that you got going on, but honestly, you have to have the backbone to say no. You have to be able to press forward without other people's support, even from the ones who are closest to you, even from your loved ones. Believe it or not, you're going to find more support from people who are going in the same direction as you, people that you don't even know, people who could become your future acquaintances, business partners, friends, etc. You're going to find more support from them than you are from the people who are closest to you. It's inevitably going to come to that. And I need you guys to understand, you don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anybody's support. You just got to believe in what it is that you got going on. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and you just need to press forward. At all costs, you just need to press forward. I don't need anybody's support. I don't need anybody's permission. I'm going to go get it. Nothing is going to be handed to you, but you're going to have to go get it. But can you actually execute upon the visions that's been granted to you? Can you do it when nobody else is watching? Can you do it when nobody else is cheering you on? Can you do it when nobody else believes you? Can you do it when the world is against you? You kind of have to have a chip on your shoulder to press forward or press onward, regardless of the opposition. But unfortunately, most of y'all don't have that because, I'm just going to be honest, you care way too much. And this is a common theme in my channel. Aside from the stuff that I talk about, one of the things I talk about most importantly is the class warfare, which is why I'm a heavy advocate for not being average. But also, you need to understand. You really, really, really need to understand. Not everybody's going to have your back. Nobody needs to know. You got to be able to press forward and do it, regardless if you get support or not. The whole world can be against you. You got to pull forward anyway. You can have a mountain of fear that you're facing that's going to cause you to hesitate. You need to push beyond that. You need to find a way to push beyond it. And the best way to push beyond it is to just do that shit. Check out my content when I'm doing my vlogs, where I'm out and about in public, talking to a camera and vlogging. You don't think at first that I got nervous about that? But what I'm doing, and I like doing content like that, so I'm going to do more of those. But in order for me to actually do it and do it more comfortably, I just have to do it. I just have to immerse myself in it. You guys care way too much about what people think about you. And it's holding you back. And you could do a lot better. You can do a lot better. All you need is you and God. That's it. That's it. You don't need nothing or nobody else. You just need you, God, and you need your faith, and you need to execute. That's it. But what I'm telling you in the premise of this video in closing, nobody needs to know what it is that you got going on, because I promise you in the beginning, they don't care because you don't have the results yet. But once you get to the results, then they'll actually care. Then they want to hear what you got to say. But it's ironic because you know the path forward and you know how to get there, but they don't want to hear it until they actually see it. Which honestly is kind of fair, but listen, nobody needs to know. Sometimes you just need to go ghost. Sometimes you just need to move in silence. Sometimes you just need to remove yourself and lock in and let the results speak for themselves. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Listen, just move. Just start. Just do it now. You don't need permission. You don't need support. You just need you, God, and execution. That's it. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.